Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad Faizul bin Abdullah. Number matric is S77033. And today we look at Mr. and Mrs. Chong retirement gap. They must secure 1.2 million ringgit within 10 years amid 4% inflation. However, their current portfolio is unbalanced. 60% is heavily concentrated in one risky tech stock and 40% earn just 1.5% in saving. This presentation will demonstrate how we can restructure their asset to eliminate shortfall and purchasing power risk.
For question 1, I identified two major investment risks faced by the Chong family, namely business risk and inflation risk. First, the Chong family is exposed to significant business risks because 60% of their portfolio is invested in a single technology startup. Since the company operates in a highly competitive industry with certain revenues and any decline in its performance could substantially reduce the value of their retirement savings. This concentration is one of the companies makes their profit highly vulnerable. Second, they are exposed to inflation risk. Currently, 40% of their funds are kept in bank savings accounts, earning only 1.5 per annum, while the projected inflation rate is 4%. This means their savings are growing slower than the cost of living, causing a loss of purchasing power over time. Addressing this risk is crucial because the Chong family has only 10 years remaining before retirement. If these risks are not properly managed, they may face a significant retirement shortfall and a struggle to maintain the desired lifestyle during retirement. Therefore, a more diverse and balanced investment portfolio is necessary to improve long-term financial stability and retirement security.
So basically, Jones is exposed to two types of risk, which is systematic risk and unsystematic risk. As it states in this slide, systematic risk is only focused on systematic risk can happen if Chong's only focus on a single stock that have high volatility. So he needs to diversify his portfolio. So next, for unsystematic risk, it classified to two risks, which is industry risk and company specific risk. So we, as financial planner advisor, need to advise Chong to reduce 60% in a single tech startup and choose to diversify to three assets which can be beneficial for him, which is real estate, fixed income securities, and domestic and international equities, which is stock market funds.
Now let's move on to the section B, question 1, where we address the Chong's current investment strategy and propose a revised asset allocation. Looking at the Chong's current portfolio, they are holding 60% in a single volatile tech stock and 40% in a bank account, earning just 1.5% annually. With only 10 years until retirement, this approach is simply too risky and offers no real growth. To fix this, I am proposing a diverse strategy, 50% in a diverse equities to beat inflation, 30% in bond for stability and capital preservation, 10% in REITs for additional income, and 10% in cash to cover emergency without forcing a fire sale during market downturns. This structure balances growth with protection, but we don't stop there. We'll also implement a glide path, reducing equity by 5% and increasing bonds by 5% every 2 years. By the time Mr. Chong reaches age 60, the portfolio will have shifted to a more conservative 40% equity, 45% bonds, 5% REITs, and 10% cash, ensuring their savings are secure as retirement years.
For the question 2, the investment strategy we selected here is constant dollar cost averaging. This is why because Mr. Chong has only 10 years until their retirement. They are also very concerned about the market volatility, especially since they are exposed to the single volatile tech stock. So for this strategy, Mr. Chong will invest in fixed dollar amount at the regular interval, such as monthly or quarterly for a year. Depends on the market condition. How Mr. Chong want to invest is if the price is low, then Mr. Chong will buy more of units. However, when the price is high, Mr. Chong will buy a fewer units. This lower average cost per unit will reduce the risk of investing of a huge sum just before the market crash. Finally, this will also give some benefits to Mr. Chong, such as reduced market timing risk, lower average cost per unit over time, smooth short-term market fluctuation, encourage emotion-free investing, supports gradual wealth accumulation, and it also aligns with the life cycle investing principle.
Assalamualaikum, I am Izzatul Sofina binti Abdul Aziz. Now I will share 3 simple ways Mr. and Mr. Chong can fix their 1.2 million retirement shortfall without risking money in the stock market. First, they can work a few years longer. Instead of retiring in 10 years, they can wait until they are 63 or 65. This gives them more time to save money and means they will spend less of it because their retirement period becomes shorter. Second, they can move to a smaller house. Once their kids grow up and move out, they can sell their big house and buy a smaller one. This will give them a 1.2 million in cash to put straight into their savings. It also lowers their monthly bills and house upkeep costs. Third, they must pay off all debts. In the next 10 years, they need to clear all car loans and credit card bills and stop spending on unnecessary things. Starting retirement with zero debts will heavily lower their cost of living and save them from money stress. In short, by working longer, shrinking their home, and clearing debts, they can easily fix their 1.2 million problem just by changing their lifestyle. That's all for me. Thank you.
Next, I will explain about the strategy proposed to reduce Mr. and Mrs. Strong retirement funding shortfall. Based on our calculation, they still face a retirement capital deficit of 1.2 million. To address the issue, we recommend making regular annual investment into a restructured investment portfolio. For this calculation, we set the future value target at 600,000 with an expected annual return of 6% over a period of 10 years. Using the annuity due formula, where contributions are made at the beginning of each year, the required annual contribution or PMT is calculated to be RM 42,944. This means that Mr. and Mrs. Strong need to invest RM 42,000 at the beginning of every year for next 10 years. Assuming the portfolio consistency achieve a 6% annual return, they will accumulate RM 600,000 by end of the investment period. As a result, this strategy can reduce their retirement shortfall from 1.2 million to 600,000, cutting the deficit by 50% and bringing them significantly closer to achieving their retirement goal.
In conclusion, to close their 1.2 million gap, the Chongs must move away from their irrational portfolio. We propose a strategy asset allocation of 50% equities, 30% bonds, and 10% risk and 10% cash, combined with dollar cost averaging. By pairing this 6% return portfolio with lifestyle adjustment like delayed retirement and a yearly contribution of around 43,000 ringgit, the Chongs can effectively wipe out their shortfall and secure a stable retirement. That's all from us. Thank you.